Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Shay, your local numerologist. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, share. Make sure you leave your comments below. Just tell me your experiences. I do read all of the comments. So we are moving on to our generation sixes. Six is like one of my favorite number because it's like always a very gentle description. Okay. So your generation number represents your behavioral instincts. So of course, everything with your numerology chart has to do with you meeting your destiny or moving towards your destiny. So, generation sixes, and that's, I guess, if he was born in 86, 95, 2004. Yeah, I guess if you was born in 2004, honey. Anyway, I'm just gonna do those last ones. Yeah, but anyway, if you are a generation six, you are a lover. Six is all about harmony, making things like mesh well together, right? So this year, in the year seven, all right, remember we talked about seven is about reevaluation, self love, truth, right? If you haven't watched my year ahead, I definitely suggest you do that. Check out your year ahead for your life path number as well. But anyway, for the generation sixes, you guys are going to have to reevaluate how you love, when you love, the need to love, the value that love holds within you. Because it feels like to me that you guys have downplayed it a lot. And in your defense, humans can be difficult sometimes. And they can make it difficult to love them. So I definitely understand that. But it is a part of who you are. And so that means that if you deny that side of yourself, like we all need love, right? It really doesn't matter. It's all in our chart somewhere, whether it is our numerology chart or it is our zodiac chart or whatever charts out there that I don't know about. Like love is built in there, right? And it is like one of those things that you have been putting on the back burner, most likely just because you don't feel like people deserve it, right? So this over this next year, you need to make sure you find a way to spread love so that it is beneficial to you. People talk a lot of bullshit about things being transactional, right? Our relationships and things like that. And the bottom line is that we're not going out to do anything and get nothing from it, right? As I explain all the time, we all have a bit of charity built into us, whether it's our time, our emotions, our money. We should all take time to give back. The way that you should give back is in the form of love. So that may be taking a little bit of extra time, maybe is, giving people random compliments. I definitely get that you need to build on some self love yourself. Um, yeah, and make that a priority. All right, let's shuffle one more time. And let's see what we can get for our Gen 6s in this year 7. Instincts that are being developed or pointed out. Yeah, I'm telling you, you can't make this shit up. You cannot make it up. 6 is a number of balance as well. So that is cool that that came out. So we got empathy. I am open to seeing both sides of a situation. Balance. I bring a state of perfect harmony into my world, and I do so without judgment. So the other day, I was laying in bed and I get visions all the time of numbers. I don't know if it's just because I'm a numerologist, but y'all, I be seeing numbers. And I saw 222 and forgiveness just kept popping up. It was like 222 forgiveness. And 222 I associate a lot of times with balance, right? And so we are in a 6th year, right? Well, we were in the 6th year last year, which was you guys' year. So technically, you guys are on a 1 2. You guys are in the year 1 and the year 2, like depending on where your birthday is. And so the 2 year for you guys is about a connection. All right. So without all the confusion shit that I just said that you probably don't get because you're not a fucking numerologist, you need to make sure you're making appropriate connections, right? So we are reevaluating how we love, when we love, what love means to us, right? And then we are creating connections that are very beneficial for us. Okay. And so when I talk about finding a way to love, um, that you feel appreciated for. Like you guys can join some kind of organization or, volunteer or whatever the case may be so that you are giving back, so that you are spreading love, so you are making random people smile, whatever the case may be. You really are going to have to open up. So I'm getting forgiveness, and then empathy is right here, right? This is the very thread of your being is empathy, being able to relate to other people, being able to love people in the way that they have never experienced it, because you are lovers. Like you guys are absolutely the lovers, right? If we're talking about generation numbers, you guys are the lovers in the generation numbers. So you have to make sure that you are fulfilling that part of yourself. Um, I hope that's clear, right? I hope that I made that very clear. It's very, very important. It's super important. Um, yeah. Listen, we can try to ignore our gifts, but again, nothing good is gonna come out of ignoring some shit that you're supposed to be addressing. And you hear people say that all the time. Oh, it'll just go away. My mom, when she was here, was watching Sanford and Son, and he was getting bills that he couldn't pay for, and he told his son to just put it back in the mailbox. He's like, just put it back in the mailbox. And you guys have to stop living life like that. Like, you have to stop. You have to address the problems and the issues head on, because the reason mostly is because it's kind of like messing with your empathy. It's messing with the way that you love, right? And so when it messes with how you love, it messes with how you receive love, because love is a reciprocal energy. So let's get some clarification on this empathy. Ooh, this came out sideways. Ooh. And y'all know the Seven of Pentacles. I love that card. Reevaluate. Let's see what we got with the Seven of Pentacles. The Strength card. And then the Ace of Swords. Sometimes the truth hurts, right? There is no reason not to address the truth just because it is painful. There is no reason for that. It's kind of like this thing. It's better to just rip the band-aid off now because you're strong enough to handle it. You know how people say that God will never put anything on you that you can't handle. Now, I don't think that we all celebrate the same God, because some of the shit people be doing, I'm just gonna say. There's no way, honey. There is no way. But I do believe that wholeheartedly, that we are built and made to overcome the situations that we are introduced to. Is there a chance we can get sucked into it and then it not turn out so well? Yeah, there is a chance. And that's the time where you need to take a step back and learn something from it, reevaluate, and basically become a stronger person and do what you need to do. No one's ever going to give you an out for not doing what you need to do. And I think that that can be difficult for a lot of people to understand is that we have goals, we have things that we absolutely have to do in this life, and you don't get to skip it because you don't feel like it, because you don't have the support, or because you're tired. Like, you don't get to skip it. Why? Because it's not going to work good for you. It's um like having a kid, and them being young and you not washing their ass every day. Like, they're going to come for you. You sending your kid to school smelly and dirty. They're coming for you. And yeah, you might have been tired, but there's no excuse not to make sure that your kids didn't wash their ass. I'm just saying. But in this case, washing your ass is doing the things that you need to do toward achieving your destiny. And right now, the only thing Spirit is asking you guys to do is love. Find a love that is beneficial for you. Find a love kind of like that you can get with. It's not necessarily romantic love. I want to point that out, but it also could be. You know what I'm saying? So, love is love, and we need it. Like, we need love in different type of ways, right? We don't only need romantic love. We don't only need love from our family or friends or coworkers or strangers. We do need all of those types of love. And so you are one of the prime people to be giving it out. It's, again, built into the fabric of who you are. Um, so bringing balance to people's lives by loving them, by forgiving them, is definitely something that you're put here to do. Now, by no means am I telling y'all to let anybody who is mistreating you slide. I am not saying that at all. I am not saying that for 1 second. I don't operate like that. I can't tell you who to forgive, how to love, or anything like that. I'm not here to do that. Even your guides can't tell you that. That's something that you have to decide for yourself. You have to decide how you want to love. You have to decide who you want to love. All we can do, honestly, is push you in the correct direction. But I'm gonna be honest. It feels to me like you've been holding back some kind of forgiveness for somebody, and you have had a hard time seeing the truth of who this person is and what they really meant by whatever they did, right? Because it's not just intentions are important, right? Intentions are so important. Like, if you're just, walking through the kitchen, let's say my husband's walking through the kitchen and he steps on my foot, like, damn, babe, watch out. You know what I'm saying? But, like, if I'm just standing there and I'm out the way and he goes out of his way to step on my foot, then I'm gonna be like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna have an attitude. And so, as much as we would like to act like intentions don't matter, because a lot of times we do, the karma that we develop is full of our intentions, what we intended, what our mind was focused on, all of that. Whatever the situation is, Spirit is ready for you to bury the hatchet. Like, Spirit wants you to be done with it. Don't worry about it anymore. It's taking too much space up in your brain. Judgment on the bottom. I'm telling you, it's so weird because I go out of my way to use different decks, but I seen judgment. I seen judgment in the last reading, along with these two cards. I've seen them in the last reading too. And that was about emotional entrapment on my Queen Spirit 1126 channel, which, yeah, I'm probably going to put out today or tomorrow, depending. on how I feel. All right, so clarify balance, spirit. So we let these generation threes go. Ten of Pentacles. I'm telling y'all, it's a whole vibe. It is a whole vibe. I'm telling y'all. I keep getting the same cards, different decks, same cards. Look at that, Ace of Wands. Okay, so just from looking at this, Ace of Swords, Ace of Wands, the aces are always like this new energy, right? So the Ace of Wands is this new passion. And here with the Ten of Pentacles and the Five of Swords is definitely an energy of you taking control over your life, you allowing people to walk away. You know, if you're not going to be supportive, if you are going to hold on to the old me, the person that's no longer here, that doesn't want, like, I haven't been that person in years, and you keep bringing her up like she's gonna come back out of the blue. No, she's not. And a lot of people who don't change don't understand that we should be changing every day. We change with our experiences. And that's every day. We experience something every day. With everything that we learn, we should be making changes accordingly. You're not getting information beat into your brain for no reason. Like, it's literally there to help you grow. And so I feel like you guys are creating this balance between your loyalty to family and your loyalty to self, right? Because you have to find the balance there. You can't put anyone above you, you can't put anyone over you. Yes, we have to take care of our kids. But other than that, there shouldn't be anyone that is 100% depending on you, right? There shouldn't be anyone that you feel like, hey, I have to do this or I have to do that, because it's not okay. A lot of y'all live too close to your damn family and you need to move. I'm just gonna be honest. All right, I'm gonna get y'all a final message. Then I'm gonna let you go because this reading has been long. That Judgment card keeps coming up. You know, judgment is about following your calling. So, you guys, if you go through with this kind of like spiritual awakening, right? Because last year was kind of a selfish year for you, or it should have been. You should have been spending that time just being I don't know, in your own energy, I guess is the best way to say it. Um, but this year, you're going to have to learn how to share your energy with people. So let's final message for 2023 for our Generation Sixes. Final message. Let's do one more. Okay. I'm like, damn, these cards is coming out good. Then y'all gonna give me grief at the end. All right. So I'm seeing a lot of fives here. We have 3 5s, 5 5 5. So I'm just gonna tell you right now, the 3 5s is a tower, but 3 5s comes to 15, which is the devil, but also 6, which is the lovers, which is also your card. So in general, 5 5 5, if you guys have not saw that reading, is a it's kind of about being taken advantage of. People taking advantage of you through fear, through communication, also through family, through love, right? So that's something that you guys need to be wholly aware of. But what I'm getting right now is spirit, this whole balancing, spirit wants you to celebrate the good times, right? And spirit also wants you to allow yourself to grieve from things that are no longer, maybe people that are no longer with you, things that you can no longer participate in, things that you've outgrown, people that you've outgrown. You're going to end up walking away, and you may grieve some situations, and that is okay. It's okay to look back at something and miss it, even if it was a bad thing. I mean, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, there are some experiences in life where you're like, man, it was totally terrible that I did that, but I really enjoyed it. And I think that a lot of times we forget for whatever reason that we need to be real with ourselves. Like, you can't work on yourself if you're being dishonest to you with yourself about how you feel. It's not going to work. Hierophant, reevaluate. Look at that tower. Reevaluate things. Because if you guys keep going the way that you're going, it's not going to work out. Okay? I'll just put it like that. So spend this year um, reevaluating what love means to you, as I said. Now, as I always tell you guys, happiness is always the goal. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share. Leave your experiences below in the comments, and I will see you next time.